Patria! Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. In a moment, I'm going to be discussing why I've shockingly returned back to Facebook dating. But if you are new to this channel, I do have a book called Asexual Perspectives, which is out on Amazon. And I also have a fibromyalgia self-help handbook. So I'm an author. So yes, let's get down to it. Shockingly, I have returned to Facebook dating people. What's going on? Because I said that I was probably going to go back on there, or at least I was probably going to stay off dating scene and stuff like that, which I have been doing. The only time I've gone back on there was very briefly to show someone how to use it and deleted my profile again. And I went on it one night for like less than 2 hours, I think, and then deleted it again. But as you may know, I've been healing from past relationship dating stuff. And I feel now that one guy I'm pretty much almost completely over. The other guy I'm still getting over, but I'm getting there now. And I actually feel now that one of the ways I can heal from the past, particularly the last person, is by moving on now. I need to move on with my life. So I decided to try Facebook dating again. Not because I'll probably stay on there, because I don't think I probably will stay on there. I'll probably go off it again, because it'll probably become too much and it'll become, like too sexual, which it is already doing, which I'll tell you about that. But I really wanted to prove my confidence again, because my confidence was knocked last year with guys, and I have been having quite some scared and fearful moments, and I don't want to be like that, right? I'd rather be more fearless person, someone who, is able to communicate effectively with all different types of sexualities and guys, and someone who is not worried about talking to guys again and has confidence, like I had before. And so I feel now, as part of my healing in some way, I do want to just, even if it's only for a short period of time, interact with more guys again. Because there was a guy in Poundland, I think I told you, that I wanted to friend request, who seemed really, really nice, foreign guy in my city. And I was trying to figure out where I should friend me on Facebook, and then I was feeling I should or I shouldn't, and I was getting really het up about it, really stressed about it, decided I wouldn't, and in the end decided I would. And the reason I decided I would is because I had a lot of fears about doing that, and really, really highly anxiety induced. But I don't want to be a highly anxiety induced person. And the only way I feel I can get over some anxiety is to actually face my fears head on and push through them and actually say, okay, I'm going to do this now. It's fearful, I'm scared, I'm anxious, but I'm going to do it. But actually being back on the dating app this time, Facebook dating, I'm not actually scared as I was before. Like I'm not as fearful anymore, which is really good. I think since I have friended that guy in Poundland and that went well. I mean, he's not going to meet up with me, I don't think. But he said thank you, darling, for something the other day when I wished him happy Ramadan. So that was sweet. But, I think that's all that's going to happen, is just going to be Facebook friends, and that's going to be it. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have met up with him, even as a friend. It would be nice to have another friend in my city. But, this is the way it goes with guys who are heterosexual. They tend to meet up with women who they're sexually attracted to. In his case, he's not looking for a girlfriend anyway. And he might know that I like him more than a friend. I don't know. So anyway, it is what it is, but I'm glad it's nicely accepted it. And by doing that, it's kind of like made me more free and think, like, wow, I can actually approach guys now still. So I'm getting quite hyper romantic lately, and I feel I just want some romance in my life again. I kind of feel like, well, I don't want to keep being hyper romantic over my friends all the time, which just drives me mad. Because obviously I can't be in a relationship with my friends. So although, the best relationship starts as friends, but the friends aren't suitable. I've got a new asexual friend now who watches this channel, hello, but they are not interested in a relationship with me. They've made that clear, even though I get on really well with him. So I've got to watch that. Obviously, they know that. I told them outright, I have to watch these things because I get attracted to someone for a deep emotional bond. The more I communicate with them, the more I get attracted, usually, even if I'm not initially aesthetically that attracted to them or something like that, So, and I have had another actual asexual guy interested in me, but he lives in another country, and that's no good. Like, he is really nice looking, actually, but he's no good. He's in another country, so I don't be with guys in other countries. And the new friend I've got is in another country, the one that's not interested in me in anything more than friendship. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. So I thought I'm feeling really romantic, and I kind of want a bit of romance. I would like some dates in person, really, but I don't want a casual relationship either. So I'm finding that really difficult. I'm thinking, well, maybe I should just go on casual dates for a change, but it's not really who I am. So that would mean kind of like changing something, like doing something different. I don't know that I'm comfortable about doing that at the moment. No. Plus I've got a broken ankle still, I'm wearing a boot and crutches. So yeah. So anyway, I decided to get back on Facebook dating to increase my confidence again with guys. To help me move on, to satisfy a romantic need, and because I'm kind of interested in what else is out there, what other guys are out there possibly for me, although I think they're all heterosexual or some sort of sexual on Facebook dating. It's probably not going to work out with any of them. I've only gone on there, I've only been on there like for 24 hours, so I could like easily delete it again. So anyway, what's my experience of Facebook dating so far? Well, there was one guy that said he's looking for friendship in his profile. It's the only thing he put. Then the first time he messaged me to say hi was, hi, what are you doing tomorrow? So clearly he wanted to meet me straight away. Some of these people are really fast movers. And then he's like, oh, and I said, well, I'm working on my book and resting my broken ankle. And he was like, oh, where do you live? It's like, I said, I don't have strange guys to my house. I'm not interested in sex, so we wouldn't be suitable. And then I blocked him. And then I had another guy who's 27. He was quite cute in his face. And he was messaging me, but he was like, oh, I don't like sex either, which was a lie. I thought this is just a lie, because he started asking me about oral sex. Then he started saying about pleasuring himself. Do you do that? And I was just like, I don't believe. And then I said, I don't believe that you're not interested in sex. I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. And he's like, oh, so you're not going to let me take you out then? And then I, for a moment, thought, a little bit of me wanted a date, because I thought it would have been nice, but he's just a liar. And it's like, there's no way I can be with someone who lies. There's no way I can even go out with someone who lies, because you don't know what's going to be the truth all night. So I was just like, no, basically, and blocked him. And then, there was a 19-year-old liked me on there. So I thought, all right, I'll message him. And yeah, he said, oh, so you don't like sex? And I'm like, no. He goes, I want sex. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks for being honest. Good luck. Blocked. But see, this is what young guys are like. You'd be surprised how many really young guys want sex with an old woman. It's just really weird. Very, very, very bizarre and strange. Like, I don't know why asexuals worry about age gaps so much. Some of them do. Because sexuals don't care. I honestly couldn't care less a lot of the time. Sexual guys, highly sexual guys, a lot of them like an older woman because they just have a fantasy about it, but I'm not interested in sex, as you know. So, it's like kind of like the only guys that have talked to me have been really quick off the mark. And there was one guy who I messaged him and said, I like your food, it looks tasty, where was that? And it's like at another Chinese restaurant. And I told him about the one I like. And he's like, oh, did you want to go there with me? I haven't been there. And I'm like, maybe if we got to know each other's friends first. And I put in my profile that I don't like sex, and that I'm looking for relationship chatting or friendship, I've put this time. So I've not actually just gone straight for a relationship, because I'm not really interested so much in a relationship right this minute, unless I met the right guy, which I believe is Indian. He's probably not even on Facebook dating, so I'll probably have to go elsewhere. Might meet him in the future. But I'm thinking to myself, should I just go out on some casual dates? But it's too risky with COVID, really. And but yeah, anyway, this guy, going back to the guy like Chinese, he did say, I said I wouldn't go and meet up with the guy I hadn't video chat with first. And he's like, oh, do you want to do that now? And I'm like, well, no, I'm busy now doing newsletters. He's like, oh, okay. I said, if you want to let me know another time, then fine. He's like, oh, okay. So I doubt that's gonna, like, no worries. I doubt that's gonna come or anything, because the guys on there, they expect you to be at their beck and call. Like, oh, I'm so interested in you. I'm just gonna leave what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna jump to your, into your arms or something, or do what you say, or be so interested in you. I've got no life and I'm boring. But that's not the way I am. I'm always busy doing stuff, and I think a normal guy who's actually interested in a relationship without the sex, he'll want to chat more about other things. He won't be so focused and quick off the mark to meet up. A guy who wants to meet up, usually they're, quickly, usually up to no good a lot of the time. But, at the same time, you don't want to be waiting for ages and messing around. But yeah, a guy who moves fast, you've got to really watch those type of guys. And obviously, they're pretty much going to be heterosexual now. I would have thought there'd be some asexual guys, but it seems like I noticed I was watching a video on YouTube from Tinder, and it was about 5 asexuals that were describing what asexual meant to them, and it looks like they've got an asexual category on Tinder. I've never tried Tinder because Tinder's well known for being swipe to get sex culture, and that's not what I want at all. So, but if they got a category for asexuals, it might be worth me going on there, see if there's any asexual Indian guys in the UK that's registered there. But probably an Indian asexual guy possibly might even not even consider being on apps like that. It's really difficult to find the right guy for a relationship. I think I'll probably meet him later on in London, a business seminar or something, I think. But so yeah, that's why I've decided to go on there. I want to increase my confidence there. Don't want to be scared. And also, I usually procrastinate over a lot of stuff, but I've been doing really productive work over the last week, like getting all of this stuff up to date that I need to do. So basically tomorrow I can start, today now I can start back work on my Asexual Guide to Sex book, because I haven't done any book work like this month for that so far. So I need to, get down to business, as it were. I'm doing a really hard chapter for me. It's the chapter of spotting signs of abuse, and it's kind of like difficult for me because when I start thinking about that, it kind of triggers me a bit. And so I've been working my way up towards tackling that, because it's some difficult stuff. I've got the stuff I need for it, but it's kind of really hard. So I think that's why I've kind of like been having a break from it for a bit as well. But then, going back and saying, now I'm going to do it, sometimes it's so intense that it gets like that. But, so yeah, I thought I'd try Facebook dating again. I thought I'll see where it goes. Probably won't go anywhere, but if it helps me increase my confidence again, I think it's a good thing. It's nice to just chat to some guys who are mostly romantic as well. I do like that, because obviously being a hyper romantic, I do like romance in my life, and I do get really sometimes so hyper romantic that I'm just like, I just want to talk to guys like who are feeling romance like I am, because it's hard. I think as an asexual person who's romantic, it's really difficult, because a lot of asexuals are aromantic or aromantic, as most people pronounce them, asexuals. They lack romantic attraction and sexual attraction. And so it's really difficult. And obviously, if I meet the right asexual guy, then I do want a relationship with the right asexual guy. With heterosexuals, I can't really see me having a relationship. Not unless I met an Indian guy that had a really, really low sex drive or something like that, who wasn't asexual. Could happen, I guess. But probably not with me around, because most of the guys got a high sex drive who are attracted to me. This is funny. It's funny, even though it's not, but it is funny, ironically, because obviously I'm the opposite of wanting sex, because I don't want it. But yeah, but I think it's good, sometimes it's good just to try different things. I want to do some different stuff. Sometimes I think, should I meet up with some of these guys just to experience dating, like, again, because I haven't done it for a long time. But, the expectation of sex and the pressure to do that, and obviously, you've got to be careful for safety reasons. It's not a good idea to just go and meet up with random people like that all the time, or, at all, if you think your life's going to be in danger or anything like that. So, I'm just going to see how it goes. It takes up a lot of time sometimes, but I'm just going to try not to let it take up as much of my time this time. But yeah, it's very difficult because, a lot of the guys, they don't even read my profile. They just like my pic. When I created the profile, I had about 20 before I put with my profile pic, before I filled everything out, I think it was, or I just filled it out, 28 likes I got already. And I put my up-to-date pictures on there. The one where I was on my channel, this channel last week, and it's got like red berry tea on there. So I put up-to-date pictures of me, and one at a meet-up, but just me outside, not with the two of the others, you know. And so, you know, I want people to see me for who I am, because on the Facebook dating, I do put my actual birth certificate age on there. So, you know, they openly know what I am in that birth certificate age. It doesn't put them off. Some guys specifically like an older woman. Seems like a lot of guys on Facebook dating like an older woman, but for sex, unfortunately. But yeah, so I'm going to see how it goes. Things people put in their profile is really funny, actually, as well. Like, it's a total turn off, and I'm like, why are you just turning everyone off from you? It's so funny, some of it. But yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen. Probably nothing. But yeah, you know, most of the guys on there, they're just like sex, and I could not settle down with the guys like that. I don't think any of them are really that trustworthy on Facebook dating. I haven't come across one where I can actually categorically say, yeah, I'd probably trust you. I just think, you know, they're all on there for sex at some point. There's some people's profile, like one guy's like, I'm not here for a one night stand. And there's been a few like similar to that. So that's good. But inevitably, they still want the sex as part of the date or relationship. So yeah. And like I said, some are saying they're looking for friendship, and they're clearly not. They're clearly not, you know, especially when they want to meet up so quickly. So yeah, you know, sometimes you got to change what you're doing, and sometimes you might change and do something again if you want to go back to it. So yeah, but I just think it's a good step for me to get more confident again, and to, yeah, push forward in my life. So it's good. Yeah, it's really good. Even though the comments, you know, I'm getting comments in messages that aren't good, mostly, you know. But the guys who are not really interested in my personality, they just dwindle off and stop talking to me, so I block them. It's quite easy. But it's really weird. When I went on there was a guy in my city, and he looked really nice, but I think he was a student. And I could have been friends with him, and I liked him back, but then it disappeared. Like, it never existed. So I can't find him again. Because I matched with, well, I was doing a heart to match with him, but it didn't come up. And I couldn't find him when I looked back. You can look back at people, so that was weird. Oh yeah, all of a sudden, like, after I've been on there for a little while, there's a like smiley face now where you can actually send a smile to someone. So a smile is not exactly the same as matching, but it puts them into match section. And it's saying, I'm not sure about you, but I'm going to give you a smile anyway. So the heart is a full match. The smile is I'm not sure about you, but you might be okay for me. But they still come through to the messaging section like you matched anyway. So funny. So anyway, you know, I get a bit anxiety-induced if I actually think about meeting up with a guy. So probably won't meet up with many. But I do like the video dating, chatting thing sometimes. That's quite good fun to meet different people on there. But yeah, so I just thought I'd let you know what's going on. And I'm quite shocked that I'm back on there myself. Didn't expect that. But I seem to calm down a lot and be able to do it for now. But like, I'll probably delete it at some point, maybe soon or maybe later when I got fed up with it again. But you know, I don't want to kind of like have so much hyper romanticism for people that are not even feeling romance or attraction for me. It's really annoying. So I thought that might be a good tactic to do for now, in the very least. Like, you know, I wish I had an asexual younger foreign guy with me, especially Indian, who I could kiss and cuddle and chat to the early hours of the morning with. There's got to be that guy out there somewhere in the UK. I don't believe there's not. You know, but trying to find him, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's very difficult. You know, but I just think asexual love's the best love. And I think you can overall trust asexual guys more. I'm not saying you can trust every one of them, but you know, if you're going to trust someone, it's probably going to be an asexual person, I think, if you're an asexual yourself. So yeah. But anyway, if you like this video, if you find it insightful in any way, shape or form, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that great big bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. Lots of love to you. Take care. Bye.